Hi, everybody. The lighting in here is not great. I did not grab my light. This is a last minute. There we go. Okay, this is a last minute live video. I was planning to go out tonight. My plans got canceled last minute. I was in the middle of getting ready. I had just washed my hair. I was doing my makeup. I was gonna blow dry my hair. And hey, Pikachu, I'm so glad you're here. Hey, Josh. And my friend called me and she was like, oh my gosh, my husband totally forgot that he is on call tonight. So he can't be far from the computer. So we're gonna have to cancel. And I was like, that is absolutely no problem. I'll just go make a live video that I was planning to do anyway. And then around like 4 o'clock, I texted her like, hey, do you wanna go to dinner? I'm kind of bored. So no big deal. Was gonna do this anyway, but the whole reason I'm telling you that is I have soaking wet hair, and I figured, what the heck, I'll get on video. You guys have seen me at my best and at my worst, and it's not that big of a deal. So let's say hellos. Hi, Josh. Hey, Stephanie. Not too much is going on, Josh. Hey, Molly, Sarah, Shell, Monica. Pikachu is already here. I love you guys. I'm so excited. Oh, hey, Casey. I have so many videos to catch up on. I've been working like crazy. Lex, I've done so many amazing videos. I really liked today's. Hey, Hannah. I really liked today's video. I thought it was such good information. Ray, my love. So do you want to chat later, Ray? Let's do a call if you're free, because like I just said before you hopped on, my plans for tonight wound up just getting canceled. That's why I'm here with wet hair. I had taken a shower, was getting ready, and my plans got canceled. Stephanie, I signed Adam's petition this week. I hope he comes home to you soon. Thank you so much. Okay, right. When I get off of here, I'll text you and we'll figure out a time, or maybe I'll just call. I don't know. We'll see. Can I see your outfit? You can see the top of my outfit. So, I had a subscriber who wanted to pick my outfit for my next live video. So they picked the top, is what I'm wearing right now, and they picked a pair of jeans. Problem being that it is 172 million degrees here right now. Not really. And I was in the middle of doing my makeup and getting ready to go out, so I was wearing like a pajama set. I changed my top to do this video. I left my pajama shorts on. So I look like a hot freaking weirdo mess, but this is the top. And then these are the shorts that don't match. I had just filmed before I got started. I went outside and I did a prison workout for you guys, for either you guys to do at home or for you to send your loved ones. Oh yeah, I know. Mama was telling me, Lisanne was telling me earlier that it is supposed to be in triple digits. Triple digits! In South Carolina in May. She's like, if that's May, what's July gonna be? My thought is it's gonna be 55 and freezing in July because we don't know, the weather has just been like crazy, weird, bipolar, hot mess recently. Hot mess is clearly my favorite expression because I say it 500 times in my videos when I'm watching them back to edit. I'm like, there it goes again, there it goes again, there it goes again. We should make it some sort of a game. Every time I say hot mess, you guys have to do something. I don't know. You guys have to hit the like button. Okay, so I got, it's been cold and raining here. Yuck. Oh, thanks. I will post a link to the top. It was like less than $10, maybe $8. I'll try to find a link. I will post it. What was the reform that just passed and how can we donate to you? Shannon, you are so sweet. You could literally donate on this live video. If you look when you do a comment, there's a $sign. So you could do that. You could hit that $sign and you can donate and that'll go back to the Strong Prison Lives and Families nonprofit. And then if you could write like a little comment and I'll read that out loud. That's amazing. Thank you. Also, what is the reform that was just passed? I don't know of a reform that was just passed besides for the First Step Act. You love my top, thanks. I'm going to post a link after the video. I just have to find it. Like I said, it was on sale for like $8 or less. Check Snap after stream. Okay, sure, no problem. And this top is cool because you could also wear it off the shoulder, which will be really beautiful once I have a tan, but we don't have that going on right now. Okay, so let's rewind for a second. I'm gonna tell you about the workout I filmed for you guys, and then we will do this, and then I'm gonna answer. I asked on Instagram one time, like ages ago, for you guys to send me questions, and I got a whole bunch of questions that I never answered, so we could do a Q&A for a little while, we could hang out, we could do whatever we want. So, thank you for the thumbs up. I'm sure that was for the hot mess. Thank you for that. So, I filmed a video when I got home. I was planning to go to the gym tonight. But what happened was they let us out of work an hour early. So I really didn't feel like sitting at work wasting an hour to go to the gym. Instead, I just came home and I did a workout here, What I usually do with Adam is I will send him my CrossFit workouts and he will alter them or change them completely, but he'll kind of use them as inspiration for the workouts that he does in there. He just has to change them a little bit because they don't have the same equipment and they don't have the same stuff available to them that we do at CrossFit. So I figured, since, like, I don't know why there's this line across my face. Is that better? It's like a glare. It's annoying. I'm sorry, guys. So I figured it would be fun to do one for you guys that you can send inside. I showed you the CrossFit workout, that the way it was written, the way that Adam altered it, and I did it in my backyard, the way it was altered, the way that they actually did it inside of prison, so you can send it to your loved ones and you could try it. I added modifications if either you or your loved ones are not as advanced, if you're just a beginner, or if you have, let's say, knee problems or anything like that. So that's going to go up at some point over the next couple of weeks. It's just going to take a bit to edit it. That's fun. And then let's do this shout out. So SPWF, we started. I got a shout out that I did a video, one of my last live videos, from somebody on the inside to his girlfriend. And I thought it was amazing. It was so cute. And I was like, why can't we do that for everybody? It is a free way to help your loved ones out because they can do that as a gift to you, as a way to show how much they love you. I'm going to just scooch over a little bit because the glare here is insane. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. I want to get into CrossFit so bad. Ooh, sorry guys. I want to get, into CrossFit so bad, but it freaks me out. The thing about CrossFit is it is all different types of levels. So go there and you start at a beginner level and then you work your way up. I remember the first day I was there, I had just come off of foot surgery, so I was completely out of shape. I couldn't do anything for 12 weeks. I sat there and did absolutely nothing on the chair, like just had to recover. I couldn't walk for a good amount of weeks. I was on crutches and then I was in a boot and then I was in a surgical shoe. It took forever to get back. So once I did get back, I was totally had lost my conditioning. I remember sitting on the bike seeing stars. It was so hard. But then you just, every workout you do a little more. Every workout you lift a little bit more. Every workout you go a little bit faster and you test your strength and your skills. I would not be afraid of it, girlfriend. Just do it. Just go to one class. Just take a friend if you're afraid to go by yourself and have fun. No one's going to push you to do more than you can do. No one's going to push you to the point where you get hurt. You tell them, don't go to a gym. Every CrossFit is different. My CrossFit is amazing, but don't go to a gym where they tell you that you need to lift more. And even if you tell them it hurts, they're like, do more. Don't go to that kind of a CrossFit. That is going to hurt you. But go to a place where you feel comfortable and you could say, all right, I'm taking it easy today, and they're cool with you. You're going to love it, I promise. If you have questions about it, just email me. Okay, so have I teased you enough? Let's go to the shout out. So like I was saying, I figured it was a free way to help you guys out. So we made a little flyer that is available. It's bit.ly SPWF shout out, maybe. I don't know. I posted the link in my community tab a while back, and I'll post it again if you guys want it. But it's a flyer you can print out to your loved one, and then you forget all about it, forget that you sent it, and then hopefully they'll send in a shout out for you. And that's what this person did, which is so cool. So he said, hi, my name is Marcus, and he's in Victorville. I'm writing to you after hearing about your efforts and support from fellow inmates. I myself would like to thank you for all that you do. Included with this letter is a poem I wrote. I'm hoping that you will assist me in my effort to show her how loved and appreciated she is by me. Ah, how sweet is Marcus? Thank you for your service and concern. P.S. Her Facebook name is Mariah and her last name starts with a D. I'm not going to say it. Thank you so much. Super Chat is not working. It just keeps loading. I'm trying to donate 50. No, why is it not working? Is anybody else having a problem with Super Chat? Did I get put in some sort of jail? Sarah, you're here, my love. Shannon, I'm sorry. If you email me, I can give you different ways. It's strongprisonwives@gmail.com. But somebody else let me know if let's see if I turn on. Maybe I didn't turn on. There. Okay. Let me know again if that worked. I might have clicked the wrong chat because you know me. Did I turn Super Chat on when I just clicked that? Okay, so Marcus, are you guys there? Or did it turn off my notifications? Is that working? Okay, so if I turn on Super Chat, it makes all of your comments go away. If I don't turn on Super Chat, if I turn on regular chat, I could see all my comments. Then it sounds like you guys can't donate. I don't know. I've done this before and I've gotten donations. Maybe YouTube put me in jail. I don't know. I haven't done a live video in a really long time. Let me try something else. Top chat. Okay, can you guys see the $sign now? My options are live chat, top chat, and super chat. You got the money sign, that's so weird. Shannon, it's strongprisonwives@gmail.com. Okay, this is Market, and thank you so much, sweetheart. I've seen it the whole time. She looks so pretty. Oh, thanks, Reagan. Hi, Julie. Okay, so this is Marcus's poem for his girlfriend or his loved one. I don't know if he's her husband, her girlfriend, doesn't matter. So it says, to me, she's the light that guides me through my darkest days. My supporter, my love, my confidant. She contributes in so many ways. So many names: mom, sister, daughter, aunt, and wife. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry already. Each of these she answers to with such vigor and concentration. It's easy to forget that she has so many other obligations, so many other names. To me, she is my hope. She is the strength that keeps me going, my faith. At night before I sleep, she is the smile that's on my face. Although I'm trapped inside concrete walls, you have the ability to make me feel like a free man. Your voice turns my hell into heaven, my cell into a mansion. So many others ran for shelter, but you stand in the rain with me. A simple thank you could never be enough for your sacrifice, your loyalty. Because of you, I believe in love. I believe in trust. I believe in us. And I pledge to you unwavering loyalty. You are my world, my heart, and all that I see. Thank you for being all that you are to me. You're the most purest, truest example of a woman. I love you, sugar plums. I don't know how I got through that without tears. Can every single one of you relate to that? Because I can relate to that. You guys, give me hearts. Yes, heaven, the hell to my heaven is so deep. You are so right. I'm sorry, turns my hell into heaven. Give me hearts if you, oh my gosh, I love all those hearts. If you could, I know. If you can totally relate to this. Okay, that is amazing. So Mariah, your loved one, Marcus, is so gifted, and clearly he loves you so much that he is pronouncing his love for you all over social media to our SPWF family. I love it. Okay, so let's move on to some of the questions that I got on Instagram. This is so wonderful, isn't it? Yes, it is the sweetest. It's so wonderful. Okay, let me open this iPad. So sweet. Okay, so one of the questions I got is, do you only give information on West Coast prisons? Nope, my husband's on the East Coast and he's in the feds. So we do have members who are in the West Coast, and they are wonderful about answering questions. Can you get a shout out? Sure, you can get a shout out. So here's how we do the shout outs. You can send it to we have a flyer that we set up. You send it to your loved one on the inside. They will write a shout out for you and they will mail it back to our P.O. box. We will not write back. We will not respond because we want to make sure that we are being 100% respectful of your relationship and all of ours. But what we will do is read it for you, to you, whatever they want us to say, whatever they want us to, if they want us to say your name or not. So everybody knows, just like Mariah's boyfriend, husband, loved one did, how much they care for you and love you. And it's fun for like a birthday or a holiday or just even for your kids. So that's how you get a shout out. If you want me to shout you out, something about you, then just email me, strongprisonwives@gmail.com. And we'll figure it out. Okay. Besides snail mail, how else can I let my man know he is on my mind and not alone while he is in there? Ooh, good one. So you can do things, I was just talking about this the other day. You can do things like journaling. Oh, you love my nail color? Thanks. I did this one myself. So I'll post in the community tab. It's a mess, I'm telling you. I'll post in the community tab a picture of the bottle that I used. Or maybe I'll post it on Instagram. I don't know. What do you guys want? So how to let your loved one know. You can do a journal together. You could read a book together. You could watch shows together. You could do something together. Like I was saying earlier, I was saying it to one of my friends earlier, not to you guys, that every Memorial Day, there's this huge CrossFit, believe it or not, workout that all of the CrossFits do across the board. And it's a hero workout. It's in honor of a man whose last name was Murphy, but they called him Murph. There's actually a movie about it called like The Lone Something, and Marky Mark is in that movie. And it was his favorite workout ever. So you run a mile, you do 100, I believe it's 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats. I believe that's what it is. And then you run a second mile. So every single year, every CrossFit does this Murph workout. And so in honor of all of our fallen heroes, but especially that fallen hero, because it's an amazing story and he gave up his life. And if you guys want to watch that movie, just Google like Marky Mark, lone soldier, lone survivor, something like that. Murph movie, you'll find it. And I could also post that movie. So I said to Adam, I was like, are you guys doing the Murph this year? I'm going to tell you guys that story on Monday about how my workouts started. I heard them talking about my workouts in Visit one time, like a different couple. It was hysterical. But anyway, we'll talk about that on Monday. I said to him, are you doing Murph this year? And he was like, oh, I never even thought about it. So then I was talking to him about a couple that we know, and I told him, oh, Ray, I love you. Thank you, sweetheart, for the $2. So live chat is working for some of us. Thanks, love. So I told him, I was like, one of our couple friends did something amazing, and I was like, hashtag couple goals. So he goes, all right, looks like we're doing a couple goal on Monday. I'm doing the Murph with you. So that's a long-winded way of saying that that's something that we do together that really has helped us bond as a couple. Well, and it doesn't have to be working out. That's just our thing. But for example, Adam decided he was going to run a marathon one time while he was inside, just around the track. And so I cannot run that far at all. So you have the wrench, you have the money. I don't know why some people are getting the money symbol and some people aren't. Maybe could it be something with their accounts? I don't know how that works. So anyway, so he decided that he was going to run a marathon. I said I would run at the same time he started his marathon. I would just run as many miles as I could because I can't run more than a 5K really. Well, actually my sister told me the other day, I'm like, yeah, I did that big loop. I ran 4 miles. She's like, sweetheart, you ran 6. Cool. Anyway, I think I did about 9 on and off running and walking that day, but I did it at the same time as him because it was a way that I felt a connection and like we bonded. The Lone Survivor. Thanks, Mama. Great movie. Great movie. I try to watch it over Memorial Day weekend at some point because in memory of Murph, and then I need that to do the Murph. So that's a way that we kind of bond. I kind of felt like I was giving him my energy, if that makes crazy sense. I know I could be out there sometimes, but we do a journal where we every night answer 5 questions. And if you don't have, we email them to each other, the answers, but if you don't have email, you can write out your answers and then like every day of the week, and then once a week, mail it to them. You could do things over the phone, you know. Can you see I donated? This is being weird. Ray, I could see you donated $2. Thank you, sweetheart. So maybe it's just something with YouTube right now. Maybe it's something with my account. I don't know what's going on, but I did see that you donated $2 and thank you so much. So I'm trying to think, what else do you guys do besides for snail mail to let him know that he's on your mind? Like you could do, what else do I do for Adam? You could do song lyrics. You could do photo shoots. You could do, I mean, I know that's all snail mail, but really you have to utilize what is available to you, right? So you could set up phone time where you do like set up dates, phone dates. Obviously that's gonna, yes, Ray, it shows. I love that you guys are helping me. Thank you. My husband tries to run the amount of miles I do every morning. He can't. Alex, that's amazing. Yeah, but little things like that can help you feel like you're staying in touch, but you're not. And I talked about this at Christmas. Not that you're not staying in touch, but that they're here, that you're doing stuff together. I talked about this around Christmas, where whatever your traditions were, you can figure out how to do them together around the confines of your relationship. So let's say that your tradition was you opened gifts first thing in the morning on Christmas Day. He can call around 8 o'clock in the morning, whatever time your tradition is to open presents, and you can have the kids ready to go, and you could put the phone on speaker. Ray, I could see you talking right now. I could see that you said, can anyone see me? So you could do that together. He can open the gifts on speaker while the kids are doing it, so he feels like he's participating. Let's say that you, he always said grace every year for holidays. you could have him call. You could say dinner's going to be at 6 o'clock, have him call at 6 o'clock or as close to 6 o'clock as he can, put the phone on speaker and he can say grace. You can include him in those ways where he feels like he's included in your life still. You know, if you're going to do a birthday party for the kids, tell him to call at 7 o'clock p.m. when you're going to have cake, make sure you're ready, and include him singing happy birthday. Those things help. You could do journals, like Journey and Ben Reed have a journal where they ask questions back and forth to each other, or you could just Google 20 questions. I know Lauren talked about it on our video together when we talked about who is Lauren and why is she with me at Visit. It was posted, I think, back in November. A lot of really good tips in that video. So I think I answered that question. I'm not sure, but if I didn't, comment sweetheart, and I can keep going. He used to help us with meal planning because he used to cook something in the mail often. Yes, that's awesome. Mine got this book he loves, so I bought it and we're reading it together. Yes, 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 and we'll talk about it on the phone. Right, Lex, I know a lot of people do that, and that's awesome. We did a list of questions and left a space for him to answer, Lisanne. That's such a good idea. So they did a list of questions and she would like type or write out the questions, leave space for him to answer, and they would mail them back and forth. You can read books together, lots of stuff. That's awesome. Great suggestions, guys. So what are some things to make our man feel good for Valentine's Day? I kind of just said that, but I think I reserve Valentine's Day for like the, you know, the more romantic stuff. So I'll do photo shoots then, and I do have a video coming. I just haven't felt great about myself recently. Ever since my mom passed, I've just been eating a lot, and I really haven't been going to the gym consistently. So I am working with a coach to just kind of get to a point where I feel a little bit more comfortable in my skin. And then I have a video that I've had on deck, like I've had a script written for it for over a year. And I just haven't had a chance to do it. I haven't had the right equipment. I wasn't on YouTube for a little bit. But the point is how to take better photos so you feel more confident. But I think for Valentine's Day, that would be my number one suggestion. And then like everything else that we just talked about. We only have snail mail, so we write every day. That way we get something in the mail often. I love that. The money's being weird, but thank you. When I was locked up once a week in a letter, I would send like 7 little strips of paper to my husband, had one to read every day. That's adorable. I would write, I love you so much, miss you, all kinds of cute stuff. That is such a great idea. I did 14 days of Valentine's Day. It was so fun. That's so fun. You are beautiful. Open one letters. Oh my God, that's so funny. I was just going to say that. So you have to get a little creative with this, but there is this thing that goes around the Prison Wives community that it's called open when letters. And so I think I'll do a dedicated video. Let me know in the comments if you guys want me to do a dedicated video on open when letters, and I'll do them for different institutions. Like if you're in the state and you can get open when letters, or if you're in the feds, ways to manipulate it so that they can still be open when letters. And it doesn't ruin the surprise of what's inside. Because what you do is you send an envelope and it's like, open when you're feeling sad, open when you're feeling mad at me, open when you're feeling alone, and then you write a letter on the inside. I'll show you guys. I think it'll be easier to do a dedicated video for that. Okay. How to prepare yourself money-wise before he comes out, money for rent, clothes for him. What I'm gonna do with that is we did a whole seminar on Girls Night In one time where Lisanne, who's commenting, and Kylie, who's out in California, did all kinds of tips and tricks and budgeting, and they gave us spreadsheets to help us come up with budgets, and they gave apps that you can use and all kinds of stuff, because I'm not good with that. I went in there and I learned so much from them. So I think what we'll do is we'll either do another one of those, maybe like a class Lisanne was thinking about doing, or for Strong Prison Wives, or potentially making a video about it. We'll see. Maybe we'll do it on Patreon. I'll get with Lisanne and I'll see what she wants to do, because it is a very important topic that I need help with. So I don't really have the background to help you with that, because I suck at that. How to budget yourself while your man's locked up. That's funny. Same question. I'm a new subscriber and I've been binge watching all your videos. You and Adam are so inspiring and your stories touched my heart. Hi from South Jersey, born in Philly. Oh my God, I'm in North Jersey. That's amazing. I was just telling somebody today about the traffic to South Jersey today. Is like a madhouse on that parkway. But amazing. Thank you so much. I love that you're here. I love that you've been binge watching me. That is like one of my favorite things to hear, is when people are like, I've been binge watching you. Oh my God, it makes my day. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for your sweet, supportive words. And we're neighbors. Adam's case is out of Philly, actually. Okay, what pictures are okay to be sent? These men in their pictures, ha ha ha, what a good question. So it depends on the facility. Some facilities will allow you to send implied nude. Some facilities will allow you to send full nude as long as there's not any type of, how do I say this without getting myself in trouble? Any type of anything. Does that make sense? Some places you just have to cover nipples and, you know, like the bottom part. It just depends on the facility. So you really have to, it's either trial and error, which to me, I'm like, I'll err on the side of caution because I don't need people to see all that. In the feds, I know that it has to be, you have covered. It could be bikini, but it can't be anything less. So it just depends. It's trial and error, and you can ask, but the problem is I wouldn't ask because then they're going to look out for it, you know? Let's see, what's the next comment? Have I ever been arrested or detained? What a great question. Luckily, no. I've never been arrested or detained, but I have been in a few situations and done a few things where I could have served some time. And if you guys want, because we are way beyond the statute of limitations, because I am way old, we could talk about that in a video. Yeah, yeah, we'll leave it at that. How do you keep it spicy on the phone with your loved one? Hey, Miss Blank. That depends on, Angola doesn't allow bathing suits unless there is water in the background. That's hysterical. What if the water is a bathtub? Just curious. Story time, right? You want that story time? I'll do it for you guys. How do you keep it spicy on the phone? I don't know. You guys answer because I don't really know how to answer that. I have no personal experience with the prison, but since diving into the prison community, I feel so inspired to help any way I can. People who do not know about what goes on inside need to be informed. Absolutely. Absolutely, because there's just this misconception on the outside that people should want to go to prison, 3 hots and a cot. You know, they deserve to be there. They all deserve, they're getting what they deserve. And people don't understand the corruption. It always brings me back to that show, 60 Days In. I only watched the first, second, and potentially third. I don't remember where I stopped watching when it first came out, just because I got busy and life just got the best of me. But you really see, the premise of that show is that civilians who have never been in trouble, they haven't been arrested, they offer basically to go into jail so they can, it's county jail, they do different counties in different states and cities, and they try to expose the corruption on both sides. And so it really sheds light on how corrupt things are. The premise originally was to help the sheriff figure out what was going on inside as far as where the drugs were coming in from and this and that with the inmates, and it winds up, it was exposing a lot of corruption from the guards as well. So it just shows that the average Joe, the average citizen that's never been involved in it, doesn't understand the corruption, doesn't understand the corruption not only inside of prison, but the process of getting to prison, during trial, during pre-trial, during, you know, when they're writing up the plea, should I take the plea or not take the plea? Like, you get punished for going to trial in the United States of America. That's it. It's a fact. It's proof. It's proven over and over and over again. My husband did not take the plea. He did not cooperate with their little story because they wanted him to talk about somebody he didn't even know. They wanted him to tell a lie, to get himself off, to incriminate some guy so they could get a notch in their belt loop. When he said no, he said, I'm going to trial. They were like, are you sure? Because we're going to charge you with this little law 924C, and that's going to give you a 213-year sentence. Or you can get, like, I don't know, 3 to 12, be done. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. However, our dear friend Sean, same, 924Cs, was looking at 95 to 100 years. He took the plea, and totally different. I'm not saying he lied about somebody. He just took the government's deal and got out within, I think, 10. So it just shows there's so many discrepancies. There's so much corruption, and you're right. The public just doesn't know, and we need to raise awareness. So thank you so much for that, for having a soft heart, and for your compassion, because a lot of people don't even want their eyes opened. They just want to say, Those people did something wrong. They deserve to be there. They all deserve to rot and die, because I unfortunately get comments like that every single day from closed-minded people who just don't know. They're not educated, and they think it's the good guys are there to protect us. Okay, let me get off the soapbox. Let's see. How do you budget yourself? Lots of budgeting questions, Mama. Hello from Wisconsin. Hello, Wisconsin. You've been a big help to me on my own journey. Oh, I'm so happy to hear that. How did you work through your possible anxiety and insecurities about the relationship that may have been present in the beginning? Actually, I have a video on deck about that. I want to talk about, because somebody else asked me, 2 other people asked me the same question in different ways. Basically, like, how did I grapple with my feelings when I first got back in touch with Adam, and how did I decide that I was going to actually go into this full force, and how did I get, just like you said, over the emotions and the anxieties? So that is coming. I promise you I'm going to do a full video on that. How does one, this is a good question, how can one not feel guilt for sometimes saying no to him about funding on the books and so on? Love you, Ro. Tell me about Dallas. Oh, okay, 1 second about Dallas. I love you too, sweetie. I know someone that didn't take, it was a 10-year plea, went to trial, got basically a life sentence. Yes, that's what happens. It's so sad. And that story is more common than it's not. It's so sad. Okay, so let's go back to this. As far as saying no to him, you just have to practice. You have to learn the art of saying no. It gets easier every time. If you don't have it, you don't have it. If it's a choice between feeding your children or paying your rent or mortgage and him getting money on his books, there is a clear answer there, and he's a grown man, and he has to learn to accept the answer no. And here's the thing, if he gets pissed off and he starts threatening you and saying he's gonna leave, then you really need to reevaluate the relationship, especially if you met him while he was already inside, because that could be a red flag. That could be a red flag that maybe his intentions are impure and he's just trying to milk you for all that you're worth and get money from you. So in order to get used to saying no, it's just like riding a bike. You got to get on and pedal. You got to fall off a couple times. You know, you might want to say no and say yes. Next time it's a concrete no. You got to set your boundaries. You have to tell them what they are, and you have to live within them. The end, period. It sucks, and you might feel guilt. It's like the first time you have to say no to your kid. The first time I've had to say no to my nieces and nephews was excruciating to me, but it's in their best interest. Same thing here. It's in his best interest if you save your money to pay your bills that are going to be overdue, if you send him that money, because then eventually you'll be able to catch up and send him that money. But if you get yourself in a hole because you're sending him money, then things are going to pile up, and you're going to wind up not being able to borrow from Peter or pay Paul, and then you're going to wind up having to sell all of your belongings, and then maybe getting evicted, and then maybe getting your children taken away from you, God forbid, and not being able to go to visit, and you're not going to have the money to send him anyway. So you might as well take off a month now versus not being able to do it at all in the future, losing your visits, all of that stuff. So it's just kind of like thinking ahead and maturely planning it versus living in the moment. I have to do everything for him right now that he wants because he's miserable and he's in there suffering. He'll be okay those few times that you have to say no, and it'll just get easier with practice. I know it sucks the first few times, but you have to do what's right for you to live comfortably for you. Not even comfortably. I'm not saying like taking lavish vacations and not sending him a couple dollars. I'm saying paying your rent, having your needs met, doing a couple of extras because you deserve it, and then sending him the money. Okay, and then the other one is about pictures, but we're gonna do that on another video. So do you guys have questions that you want me to answer before I go? We're running kind of long. We're at 33 minutes. So I'll stay around as long as you guys have questions. But then I'm going to go have dinner because I'm kind of starving. Does anybody else have anything? This was so sweet. A long time ago, I was with someone who was always asking for money. I ended up giving him my rent money and losing my place. I know it's hard, but don't feel bad about saying no. If you can't, you can't. Amen, Jen. That is such excellent advice. Send the link to Dallas. Okay. Dallas. How do I know that I didn't get approved for phone calls and he hasn't called me yet? Okay, Courtney, 1 sec. Dallas, the link is prisoners. There's an S in there. prisonersfamilyconference.org. prisonersfamilyconference.org. So, if somebody could put that in the comments, that would be super helpful. prisonersfamilyconference.org and I'm saying that so emphatically because so many times I just typed in prisoner family conference and it'll probably come up if you just Google that. But It's definitely prisoner family conference. When Adam gets out, would you pass Strong Prison Wives to someone else or stay with us? I will stay with you as long, I mean, we have plans to definitely continue with this. I will stay as long as, thanks mama, as long as I can, as long as I am inspired to do it, as long as you guys are here with me. And then if I need to, if, you know, life takes me in a different direction years down the road, if I get too old, or if, I don't know, anything, then I will definitely, I would never hold it back because I want to hold on to it, death grip. No, eventually I will probably pass it along to somebody, but as long as I can keep doing it myself, and doing it with Adam, because you have to remember, he has all of those years of experience with not only the system and law, with being inside, but he can help all of us so much with his knowledge and experience. So yes, I do plan to continue to do it, but I am not 100% ever against passing it along if that's the best thing for you guys and the organization. We have some members that know about Canadian facilities. Yes, yes, yes. Thanks, Go Eat. Ha ha ha. Found out they were getting drugs in jail. It was terrible. Hope everyone has a great night. Oh, that is awful, Jen. My sister just told my whole family about my relationship. So much judgment. I wanted to keep it to myself. That's terrible. How wrong is that? My older sister was always like that to me growing up. And still to this day, she will apologize to me profusely. Like, I'm sorry for the stuff I did to you when we were little. And my best friend says it because I've known my best friend since we were 7. And she says it all the time. She's like, Christina would try to get us in as much trouble as she possibly can just because she could for no reason. She was just so cruel to you. And I'm like, yeah, you wonder why I have issues. But I get it and I'm sorry, and that's wrong. That is so wrong. I just saw a comment about, can I do a video about jealousy and insecurities, but I didn't see the rest of the comment. And I was actually planning on doing, I have a video about jealousy that was so good. It was a whole bunch of life coaching, a whole bunch of questions to help you through it. Unfortunately, it was on Periscope. I wasn't on YouTube at that point. I had taken a hiatus from YouTube, so I definitely will redo that video. What was it again though? A video about jealousy, insecurity, trust issues, or have you already? I don't think I pulled it into YouTube, so I 100% will, Robin, I promise. Yeah, so I talked about a lot of videos that I have on deck. So exciting for you guys. And if you guys have more questions, video requests like that, pop them in the comments or email strongprisonwives@gmail.com. I am slow to respond to you. And if you're like, I want you to do this on a video, just let me know, because some people will just randomly send me questions and then I have to send them back and say, can I answer this in a video? And I'll keep you anonymous, and like 99% of the time they do. Okay, you guys, I think that's it. Did I skip any questions that you need me to answer really quick? Turning my notifications on. I would love to see more vlogs. Yes, you guys, that is amazing. Thank you for doing that. So what she means is, once you're subscribed, which you should do because that'll give you notifications, what you do is there's a little bell next to it looks like a little gray bell, I think. If you ding that, then that'll just send you either, depending on how you have it set up, that'll send you a push notification or an email or both. Every time I post a new video or I go live. So this way it's really cute. We're getting more numbers now and more regular subscribers. So people are fighting over leaving the first comment. So it just lets you know that there's a new video and that you can comment and that I'm live, etc. I've got approved to get phone calls from him, but he hasn't called me yet. I've got to prove to get phone. You have to get approved, you mean, right? So the way that I knew that I was approved, and remember this is federal, is that he was just able to call me. And Adam told me in the feds, now it's different in every state, in the feds, you can get a phone number approved within minutes. It's very quick. Visits take a while because they do a background check on the visitor. So that could take a few weeks. And emails can take maybe overnight, but phone calls, matter of minutes. So that's federal. I don't have experience with the state. With state, you have to go through a service like GTL or Securus or something like that. So I don't have experience with how that works or how long that takes. I will do. I'll check Snapchat afterwards. So that's that. But if anybody has experience with how long it takes to get approved on a state phone list, if you could just pop that in the messages for, I didn't see who posted the question, that would be helpful. Do you have money on the phone company? That may be why you're not getting calls. Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. So Lisanne is saying you have to put money on the phone for him to call. In the feds, it's the opposite. He puts the money, we put the money in the commissary, and then he puts the money through his commissary on the phone. So you have to use, state is days, no longer than a week for calls. Thanks. So yeah, you might just have to put money on the phone depending on what service you use, which is, I don't have experience with these companies, but like Securus, GTL, there's all different ones that different facilities use. I just don't know what they are. But yeah, so you can go over to Strong Prison Live, I'm sorry, to Facebook. If you go to Facebook groups and then you search, oh, it's IC Solutions for Arizona. Okay. So you search, it's Invisible Shackles SPWF. We have a private group on there. So you just have to get accepted there, answer the questions, make sure you answer the questions. You're not going to be approved to join. We just do that to keep out spammers and people who are, you know, trolling. But go in there and then you can ask that question for your specific state and people could help. I've called the phone company and the service. They spoke to us both and it was approved right then. Thanks, Lex. I've put money on it, but I have not got up any phone calls from him. There was like 1040 on it. Okay, Courtney, so you know that far. Are we sure that he is out and about? Could the facility be on lockdown? Could he be in the hole? Could something be up with the phones there, not working? It could be a whole bunch of different things that it's not necessarily you not being approved. It could be something going on there. Did you see my question? No, Shell, can you post it again? Let me see. Probably waiting approval on his end then. Yeah, I guess every state is different. Shell, if you could just pop that question in again. Oh, good one, Lucian. He might have the wrong number. Or if it's an out-of-state number, is there, I know those could be expensive. Are we sure there's enough money on there covering the out-of-state call? That's why a lot of people wind up getting local numbers when they have a loved one inside because it dramatically decreases the cost of the call. I can't imagine a call being more than $10, but then again, you never know. Shell, I'll wait a couple minutes till you can repost that question. I'm sorry, I didn't see your question. And then I'm gonna go eat dinner because I'm starving. So let me just give you a sec. Maybe I could, a comparison video for Canada and US. I would love that. I just need a Canadian lady or gentleman to help me with that. So if you're in Canada, if you want to shoot me over a message, I know there's a big difference. And I used to have a friend whose husband was in the Canadian system and like it's a lot more lenient. Okay, Shell, here's your question. I'm a teacher and I don't want everyone to know where he is. They know I'm with someone, so how do I get around it when they ask about where he is? Ooh, good question. Do they know he's in jail or they just know that you're in a relationship and he's not around? Maybe because I'm gay, just use judgment, but why hide your relationship? You know what, Ray? I'm so glad you just said that because I actually had a friend who equated coming out about her prison relationship to her. So she has a large group of gay friends. And so she would speak to them and they kind of gave her advice about how they came out about being gay. And they said there were so many similarities about coming out about your prison relationship, which is interesting. Now I have to say, I'm in the closet at work as well, because I've known plenty of people who have gotten fired for something else out of the blue, right after everybody finds out about their relationship. So I'm with you, Shell. I would want to be careful too, especially as a teacher. We had a woman who was a teacher who was like literally driven out of the school that she was working in after people found out about her husband. So when they ask about where he is, I do this thing, and I do not condone lying, so I hope that this doesn't come across like that, but I do condone protecting yourself. So I took this class a while back, and they said there are 3 reasons to share with people where your husband is. 1, to educate people. 2, to empathize with people. And 3, to empower people. So coworkers, hey Jess Love, coworkers do not fall into any of those 3 E's. So what I would suggest is just coming up with a cover story. So my friend Jo, I helped her come up with her story. It is, her husband is in Oregon State facility, and she at the time was living in DC. She's moved further south since. He was taking college classes while he was inside. He was doing very, very, very well. So what she would tell people was that her husband was away at college on scholarship. That is all 100% the truth. 100% the truth. It's just that the classes in college that he's taking are inside of a federal prison because he's an inmate. She just leaves that part out. It's her cover story. As well, I was saying for a while that Adam was working with a professor at the University of Pittsburgh. Together, they were teaching classes and working on a project together. I don't want to give up too much information because it was a private thing, and it's that relationship with the prison has since fizzled because of new administration and crap going on there. But at the time, a few years ago, that's what I would say. It was all the truth. I just left out the part of where he was. You don't owe that to anybody. You don't have to tell everybody where he is. I am with you 100%. You need to protect yourself. You need to protect your family, and you need to protect your job. And a lot of times, by saying my husband is in prison, you're saying to people, I sleep in a house alone at night. And you want to make sure that you're 100% protected, because you don't want to open yourself up to being unsafe either. So those things go hand in hand. So a lot of people can judge you and say, you need to come out and tell people. Why not? Hang from the rooftops and shout it. You shouldn't be embarrassed about it or ashamed. But I think that's different for everybody. I think some people are loud and proud about it, and that's beautiful. And other people are quiet about it and protect themselves. You just have to do it in a way that you make sure you're 100% safe, because I don't want you to feel guilty or like you're betraying him. And that was a conversation I had to have with Adam years ago when I first came back into his life. And I was like, listen, Rihanna, that's a really good question. I'll get to that in a second. I was like, listen, I don't want you to feel like I'm betraying you. Do you feel like that? And he told me, absolutely not. You need to do what you need to do to keep yourself safe. I know how much you love me. You prove that to me every single day. So don't worry that you're betraying me or betraying our relationship or anything like that. So maybe, Shell, that's something that you should talk about your loved one with, just to alleviate that stress on yourself. And then go from there. But I think a cover story is always the best. If they ask, if people don't know if you're single or not, you could just say, it's not something that I talk about. I don't talk about my private stuff at work. You could say you're single. You could say a whole bunch of different things. But I fall into the problem where I say I'm single, and then everybody and their brother wants to set me up with somebody. So that can kind of be a pain in the butt too. Or just have your cover story. He's away. He's in the military. He's whatever he does, just kind of finagle that story a little bit and leave out the part of where he lives. It's really none of their business. And you don't owe a justification or an explanation about your private life to anybody. Okay, so am I ever worried that people will find out? People did find out. So if you guys see, I came on YouTube in 2011 for a year, and then there's a large gap of years where I was off YouTube. And then I pulled down all of my videos, and then I came back last year. The reason I pulled down all of my videos is because I was confronted about my relationship at work by coworkers, not by HR. And they were like, your life for boyfriend, this and that. And so I got really scared because I need my job. I've been at my job for a long time where I have the vacation days saved up that I can use them to drive out to go visit Adam. I have a little bit of flexibility there. So I got scared and I played small. And then it got to the point where just this past year I said, okay, I'm at the point where if people find out, then I know that this is my calling. I know that this is part of the purpose of my purpose and like part of why I was put here on this earth. Because I've been told plenty of times that I can articulate this for people and I can be a voice for people. And I'm helping you guys. I get the comments every single day how much I'm helping you guys, and you're binge watching me and you couldn't do this without my support and all of that. So I decided that I was going to stop playing small, play as safe as possible, and if people find out, I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. But I can't stop playing, or I can't stop doing this and living towards my purpose, because then I'll be playing small forever. I will be doing a disservice to all of you guys, because you need my message. You need to hear my message. I could tell you guys every single day and show you guys every single day how I, as a lifer wife, get through this, and I can help you get through it. I can kind of teach you and help you like kind of grow your wings and then send you off to fly when your loved one gets out. That means I'm like gonna cry. That means so much to me that I could do that for you guys. It makes me have a purpose, and it makes my whole struggle a little bit easier to get through, because I don't have that. So if I could give that to you as a gift, oh my God, it means so much to me. I'm like gonna cry. So yeah, if people at work find out, then it's at the point where I'm like, I'll have to figure out, how to cross that bridge when I come to it, how to get a new job, how to figure something else out. You know, that's why I'm really trying hard to like get my subscribers up on YouTube and really get SPWF funded so I can transition into that, because I have anxiety every day of my life that that's going to happen. But I refuse to play small anymore. I refuse to let that stand in my way and not be able to help you guys. So I just went into like a whole dissertation, but basically, yes, I understand where you're coming from. And yes, I do have anxiety about that sometimes, but I don't want to not do it because of that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Show me your chest. You know what? We're going to wait. And then at the end of this video, before I go, I'm going to show you. Don't worry, I'll take it off. I'll take it all off for you. Bye-bye. You're in Ontario, Canada. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so email me, strongprisonwives@gmail.com. Does anyone have anything else before I go? I said that like 5 times. What would it take for you to become a full-time YouTuber? A lot more subscribers, and I'm not really too sure. I don't really know anybody that's a full-time YouTuber. But actually, Jess is a full-time YouTuber. And she's a celebrity and she's here, so I'll probably pick her brain. She's so good at giving advice on that. Anybody else? Anything else, you guys, before I go? No? Okay. You guys keep staying strong, keep loving strong, keep supporting one another through this journey, because you're one day closer to it all being behind you. Sarah, I love you. Lots of love from my heart to yours. I will see you beautiful ladies and gentlemen in the next one. You guys have an amazing weekend. Stay safe this holiday week. I just said stay safe. Stay safe. No, stay safe this holiday weekend. Stay strong. Enjoy your visits if you have them. And I got some really good videos coming up. I have every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday already posted for you guys for this week coming up. Thank you, Josh. Oh my gosh, you were here from the very beginning. I love you guys that stay on the whole video. I appreciate it so much. Sometimes I get lost in tangents, so I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Staying on the whole video is another thing that helps me YouTube like share out my videos with other people. There's all this kind of stuff that they look at. So thank you for that. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Oh yeah, LD, definitely email me. I would love that. Thanks, sweetheart.